Peace. You know why I like this jacket? Because I realize we are the true religion in the flesh. But looking a little scruffy. Grand Rising, all y'all. Supreme. But no, I've been like, in the mountains chilling, gathering thoughts. Some weird shit, Trying to get a break from all these, this fog. Because this shit is bad now, yo. Like, it sticks way more in the air. I mean, I'm straight, but at the same time, I know what's going on. Like, I can't just not act like this shit's not going on. It's fucked up, right? Because in my eyes, there's people saying it's a good thing that the clouds, the shit that's in the air is, and then there's people saying it's a bad thing. Like, the shit's not fucking enhancing shit, bro. It's not, okay? Sometimes it feel like it is for me, but that's because when you're on your shit, like I did my works in 2021. Like I could say I fell off, but then I didn't look at it as a failure to myself because consciously I was still there. I was still aligned. Um, I was eating meats and shit again, but knowing that wasn't a move, I know how it is with drugs too. Like I never been a person who did drugs and was addicted to drugs. If anything, I just smoked weed. You feel me? Like Xanax and all that shit. I was that nigga that might have tried it, tiny bit of something, or did a whole little pill or something. And I'd be like, bro, you don't need this. Because I started realizing what it actually does to a person, right? But this shit right here, bruh, the clouds ties to the same shit. That's why I say it's a trinity with the clouds, the drugs, and the food. If we could stay away out of all three, straight, straight. Because that's going to tie to you physically and mentally. But if you doing 2 out of 3, your immune system better be straight. Because the whole point of it is to attack your immunoglobulin levels. And it's different immunoglobulins. They deal with gamma. Uh, I know delta because I know A through Z is actually talking about a cycle that goes on in your body. Okay, you can start looking it up in medical terms. I done said A through Z before. I might not have said it on here, but I was just like high one time and I said it and I was like, whoa, shit makes sense. But like, like alpha, beta, C for gamma, then you have D, delta. Like A through Z is all talking about a cycle. And first we're gonna say body because naturally our bodies creates natural energy and everything imitated that when it came to a reflection. That's why a lot of my ancestors and shit, they got them use intuition, right? They were more they were more intuitive. So it was like I realized that intuition came from, I'm peeping like the intuition actually came from the reflection of knowing thyself. Once you know thyself, you start seeing how shit operates. And then that's why I'm real heavy on that 369 shit. Because it's measurements. Because time is measurements of quantum energy. And that's dealing with us, period. But these clouds and shit, Like, I saw a very heavy magnetic storm before, cause I ain't really been watching the news or the sun weather like that. I just been peeping shit that I was saying beforehand. I don't even know if there's a video up. He called Moon and Gemini. I don't even know what the hell I said. I just remember I was sleepy and was like, fuck it, I'm just hop on here. So I go to sleep. But I need to check that out myself. Because a lot of shit I was talking about was now. Right? Even in the Devin video, I think at the end, I pulled up some creature. Like, some creature, right? And I feel like that shit had something to do with that submarine. Really, all that submarine shit don't even sound right. He was controlling it with a remote controller from the store. Like a game system controller. You would think that would be inside of it, not outside of it. Second, they knew some shit about water pressure was gonna happen. Like, why is these niggas acting clueless? Why are they acting like there's not bases down there? There's fucking pyramids all up the Atlantic. Like, dead ass. All up the fucking Atlantic, nigga. Then they give y'all names for the states and these certain locations. Shit be crazy. Like, I swear the East Coast Jerusalem be saying Carolinas, it's Cairo City, because I'm seeing how shit ties back to Egypt, and I'm seeing how shit ties back to a reflection of the Greenwich line. Because what I was realizing, A plus B equals C, but it creates D. And then from a parallel dealing with a elliptic line, A and D, alpha, delta, gamma, beta, or beta, gamma, delta, alpha, that shit's going to coexist with each other when it's coming to time. But also, what was time? It was measurements of energy that's dealing with A and B, mu and nu, this lunar frequency that they was using to corrupt this energy, because it's supposed to be a diamond energy within you. When they did, they cut it, they split the parallel. You feel me? Separated. Now this vortex is opening up to connect both of the parallels, right? Niggas be doing Doctor Strange shit. So a lot of shit about to be popping up on some strange shit. One thing about these clouds is, too, it breaks the cloaking system of certain beings, because a lot of them has landed and they're chilling here because they need a home, right? They need a home. But then it's some of them that's just like helping. They're helping A, and then some of them helping B. But a lot of them don't see, feel me, where it needs to really be because of the vision. And the Greenwich line, the universal line, is dealing with your line of symmetry within you. Remember, you're a reflection, God. So look, these landings and shit is tying down to niggas need homes. But this shit's been going on already for the longest. You feel me? Like, since like the first invasion, well, in the last 27 years, because it really happens every 27 years. It goes into a higher state. So yeah, 4D, the fourth dimension is really what they say. Leaving the third. Well, because it's gonna be 4, 5, 6 pretty much. But the thing is, it's been going above what they would say that is. So without them saying it, it's putting us in a timeline. Um, I don't know if they're Martians and need a home. Pretty much they're like reptilians. They can shapeshift into people. Pretty much do some Among shit. Take your consciousness. Whoop de whoop. There's some shit that's going on, and they're trying to stop that. And then there's also some king and queen type shit going on. So it's like there's a lot of shit going on right now. But that's why I'm saying use your own discernment. Because when it was tying down to a micron, I don't know if y'all was listening. I know some people was listening. But if you wasn't, I'm gonna say it again. OMI stands for Ayin, which means to see or eye, right? But Ayin is a suffix of the word Zayin. Zayin has the Z at the beginning of it, right? It deals with an X because of reverse energies, the symbol that kind of look like a 7 or like an upside down 2 type shit, like a little squiggly. That deals with parts of an X, or you could say the horns, or you could say a Y up, Y down, um, above and below. So that's all the X is. 2 U's, 1 up, 1 down, that's a H. A magnet is a H. That's why they say preparation H. Feel me? Tying to the magnetics field and it's human spiking that's going on. Because as it spikes higher, we're going into a higher timeline consciously. But this is the thing. You know how everyone didn't consciously do it, right? The thing about when you're consciously doing it is because you're actually tying to your a balance in the body. And that's dealing with cells that reproduce. So depending on your DNA code, it's going to tie to information. Like, you ever did something that you like doing, and then you, as you're doing it, let's say you're walking, you know, then you did some cool shit while you were walking, you feel me? But you didn't mean to do it, but you did it. Like, you just start walking cool and shit. That's because that tied to your subconscious, right? You was feeling yourself. You was solely feeling yourself. You wasn't feeling drained with your walk. You felt alive in your walk. And that's about to happen. Like you know how movies show you they activate out of anger from hurt or anger and scaredness. But what chakra does that attach to? If you said root, that's correct. Well, how I was trying to say it is that root is where that awareness is. So Your body's going to pick up on it, period, because of the frequency that's being sent to you to receive. You receive this without no, sometimes. Once you start believing in yourself and knowing that you be doing that, it's going to become more clearer. But it's still spiritual warfare when you finding your voice. Feel me? You have to know that's you. You have to know what's of you and what's not of you. Because then you can't decipher. Because really the spirit was trained from a given perspective. So your soul is trying to operate, but if it's not working with the spirit, like if A and B is not cooperating with each other, then C, you're not on that gamma frequency. And if you're not on that gamma frequency, you're not gonna create light within to go above. Because then E deals with the ether. And so on and so on. And the crazy thing is, it also shows you where we at dealing with the sun. Every little chunk got a little grand finale though. But just because they said 2000, that's what they concerned about, because the sixth ether dealing with sixth ether genetics is dealing with the medicines and everything that they're already using, and the spike protein is dealing with these animals that been cloning, right? Cellular reproduction. So as this is going on, a lot of shit is breaking. Like, yeah, these clouds are up, but it's fucking up the groundwater. Is gonna fuck with the trees. They've been putting it up more like wintertime, if you in peep. In summer when it's hot, like it's foggy, bro. They trying to make this shit look like China, bro. Talk about China sign. Y'all bitch ass niggas been a part of this shit. Fuck. This shit sound goofy as hell. They trying to get China, Russia to sign. Man, they already signed, bro. Goofy. I don't like that shit. It's just crazy. Cause it's like some of these junks has been landing. It's like, yeah, they in the government, but it gotta be like some good ones. But then I know they're trying to do some whole other shit and just don't give a fuck. Like, they don't, I mean, fuck. Let's get back to some Micron shit. So a Micron, uh, a Micron Zeta, we're gonna say Alpha, a Micron Zeta, Alpha, and Omega, right? Alright, so pretty much it comes out to say a micron means AN means to see, I, boom. So Zayn means weapon, right? So I, weapon, right? Alpha Omega stands for pretty much supernova, so pretty much turns into an eye weapon, but they have an eye weapon dealing with the laser shit, cause the laser that hit me in 2017 made me see some shit. And I know it was a different laser because it went through the wall. Feel me? It phased through the wall for a little bit. But like, yeah, bro. I know this shift shit's real. And gotta deal with the sixth dimension. But the sixth dimension can be next year. I'm just saying it's settling this year. So it's gonna be popping off a lot of shit. But I'm not switching up nothing I say neither. Because when it settles, that means the gates open. Dealing with 7, 8, 9, 3, 2, 1. I'm only saying that because above and below. Because the light's gonna be there to even activate it. We're talking about stargates and shit. I think they already peeped that. There's hella more. But then they try to fucking unlock shit. They're just gonna pop up. So you get a lesson. You feel me? Like, there's a lot of shit we don't know. There's a lot of shit we do know. You're just gonna have to keep our discernment. But if they're using calendars to measure time, and that time is energy, and that energy is our DNA, then that means we can see when this shit's going to happen. A lot of us is already seeing, getting like messages from ahead of time, already seeing. But do you believe in yourself? What's taking place with you? Because you're going to have to, right? You're going to have to. As long as you do, you're going to be straight. And it's just going to keep going up, taking you higher and higher and higher and higher. Feel me? Real shit. It's going to take you higher and higher and higher. But you can fall back in the root, bring you right back to where you got to. But you have to expect that, because shit like that happens. But does that mean forget about you? No. Does that mean forget what you learned? No. I'm only saying this because, like, say, like, you know how certain, like, black op missions and shit, and they get captured and they get tortured and everything, right? They be pretty much breaking this nigga's soul. Most of the time, they don't even be wanting him to die at that moment, because they be trying to get information. This point, they be doing, like, telepathy and everything. That's why you have to build within yourself, because you can make yourself hard to read. You can make your own magnetics field within. Even though you can't see it, you can feel it. Make your own magnetics field. That's what happens when your cells create light. Now that the firmament is breaking, you're absorbing more sunlight, so that's bringing more of a magnetism to you. You seek, you receive, right? When you seek, you go out. When you receive, you bring in. Sounds like energy to me. Feel me? It's just when it comes to energy, I'm not trying to say it like a scientist. It's just as is. It is what it is. It is what it is. You feel me? Like, I am that I am type shit. seemed like all the different species that came here needed a home because of invasion that took place on their planet. Something with Mars, but there's something called Aunt Aries. And Aunt Aries has been on my list for the longest. It's a big red giant. There's something about it. Feel me? I might have said it to myself and just don't have it. If I do have it, it's on a broken tablet. So I got some shit on my broken tablets. Like, I got the NASA videos they deleted, like, within like a day after posting. And they had the pictures of Nibiru and Helion and some more planets. Uh, Nemesis was a brown dwarf sun, big as hell, but low luminosity. But it's filled with like carbon, I think, or something else. Some, but yeah, bro. There's more than just these beings that they just show. With these beings, I feel like the one that landed in Nevada, he's trying to help, like on a warning tip. And if he really is trying to help on a warning tip, then niggas need to save him. If it's not like that and I'm tripping, then that's on me. But I mean, like, fuck it if I'm wrong. That's how we get better. If we wrong, we wrong. But I've been on some shit lately, so I don't even be in that energy unless I'm just on some bullshit. Feel me? Like it's cloudy as a bitch. There's still light around though. It's picking up on my face. But yeah, man. These clouds really is breaking down the cloaking. Like it seemed like it be spirit sometimes. But now I'm just starting to see it be a lot of cloak shit. I mean it be spirits and shit too, but it be a lot of cloak beings. Like you can start to see them. Even these birds be shape shifting and fucking. That's just how they look to your eye. They be shape shifting. Fucking planes. I took one of a plane, and then when I zoomed in and put it in slow mo, it looked like it was flapping its wings and it was black instead of white. Like this shit was weird as hell. Like, and that been happening. Like that was like 2021 or 2022. Like shit's getting weird. Like Gemini connect above and below. Now we going into the cycle, which is 6-9, in between the 33. The 6-9 is a cycle that's pretty much starting it up for the Lionsgate. And then after that's dealing with Leo. But right after Leo, you're dealing with a rebirth. But you're also dealing with Scorpio energy, and some more shit. I think the sun in Gemini is coming, but I be still saying, like, when they be saying the moon, I be still saying the sun be on that shit. Like, if it's the moon in Gemini or Scorpio moon or some shit, I'm gonna be like, yeah, so that's a Scorpio sun too, type shit. In my eyes, just on the flip side though, um, not really on the flip side, but kind of depending on your energy. Like, low frequencies can be transmuted into a higher frequency, you being the alchemist. Or you could take it in, receive it, and just be low. I mean, that's really what you just have to do with all this shit that's going on right now. Because then, if you don't, I mean, because if you do, like, you can, like, see what the fuck's going on. And when you see what the fuck's going on, that helps you see what you need to be doing. Like, because, I mean, it's not really a big deal. It becomes a big deal when you're stressing about a lot of shit. Like T.I. said, is a level of importance. You feel me? Like, it's a level of importance, but so that shit really that important to be stressing about. Like, if an alien pop up in front of you right now, is it really worth to be like stressing about and getting scared? Cause like I said, scared or like fear tying to the root. Your root ties to a defense mechanism that turn your body on. Like, you know how you get in flight or fight mode type shit. Like, some people don't even be knowing they got it in them. That be the thing. And a lot of us don't know we got it in them. Even if you woke the fuck up, nigga, you if you ain't seen that shit, like, it make you feel like you got it in you, but that's just a little taste. You feel me? That's just a little taste of what you could really do. This shit crazy. Like, cause people don't really believe it. But in my eyes, if it's a word for me to explain it, it is perfect science. Nigga, and what is science? The study of life. Nigga. And what was that? The study of the DNA. Why? Cause it's a code. This whole shit they show us is the code to their studies, which is fucking us. You feel me? So, that being said, we can all work together, country to country, on this shit as we should. Because that's how it's gonna really work. Because niggas got the stories. And they know the stories. Instead of fighting, to use the knowledge. Because some people don't know what this mean in this language. Some people don't know what that mean in this language. Some people don't know what that mean in this language. So tell you look it up and write it down. And actually start to practice. Because it doesn't make you smart or dumb for you being smart or what you call dumb. There's no such thing as smart or dumb when you think about it. It's what you know. That's why you can't put somebody down for something they didn't know. Because once they do know how to do, then what the fuck do you think they're doing? They're doing it now. Like, if a nigga didn't know how to get credit and then he figured out how to do it, what is he doing? He's doing it. He didn't know how to drive. You feel me? They didn't make him dumb because he didn't know how to fucking drive. He just never drove before. Never had to practice. Does make you dumb because people is ascending and you may not. You just maybe haven't been shown what to do. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be self showing you what to do. And what is self? Everything. So it's like, you could just be chilling outside by the trees and start thinking more whole time. Is it you all the time? I mean, it'd be you because you connected, but it's like, man, I be talking to the trees, pretty. Like, they help me, like, see how's chi in the bottom of my feet. And then I started practicing that shit. But I realized the sun, it ain't even really been, in my eyes, back to the state it was. I feel like we already reached this state in 2021. Because I remember seeing the atoms with a charge. For me, the atoms had a black charge, like two dots, like two ethers on a rainbow atom. And I was just staring into the air looking at it. And then that's when I started seeing these green auras around certain eagles and red ones around them. So, and the bricks used to be hot as fuck. Like, by 3 o'clock, anything that was brick ground, hot as fuck. You didn't want to touch it. People outside with hoodies while it's fucking sunny. You feel me? Looking at me crazy. I got my shirt off, chilling in this bed, detoxing, watching videos. I used to just chill outside, smoke a blunt, some gaze, watch Rashad Jamal or some shit. And then, like, he had his YouTube videos and shit. Or I'll watch somebody else. Then I'll start picking up on Kalai. Then I start looking at Planet X and World News Report. And they help me with the sun weather shit. Then I started seeing a different picture of energy. That's how I know the DNA is the energy code. That's how when they learned the alpha beta system, they wasn't just learning how to talk. They was learning the God spell. The different spells that was placed over us. Feel me? The different ones that was placed over us, bro. Now we breaking the veil. But the thing is, mentally, you have to do so because it's happening on a physical level, though. Now, as you can see, it's happening on a physical level now. Then they're fucking making dinosaurs that's definitely gonna grow. Like, I mean, I don't give a fuck. Like, this air shit, this shit no good. It dehydrates you. And then it's like putting the same shit inside of your body as the jump shot. Like, there's studies and shit. Like, y'all can look this shit up. Like, they're finding the same shit and they're trying to figure out how. Because these nanos that's in the air, if it was like little parasitical invaders, it'd be these lunar creature called water bears. And they can actually deal with heat. They had some studies. They found it like on a Israeli spacecraft or something. Like that just sounds sus already. Knowing who Israel came from, coming from Jacob, Jacob being Yaakov, Yaakov being facts. So like shit's getting real wicked, bro. It's like low key. They're showing us how the cloning process even happened back then, cause it's tying to them times anyway. However you want to call it. Like you can put it in reverse to see, um, like all types of shit, bro. Like really in that timeline. And I know that V2 really stands for uh 2 megahertz. But knowing that the sun is a G3, right? That actually means that the timeline goes with the 3000 hertz, which is 3 megahertz. That's why I said G3, because that's tying to a gamma wave, right? It's just the G2 or the V2, it's really a G2. Um, that stands for 2000 hertz or 2000 megahertz, dealing with a frequency that's going to settle on the planet. So that's going to unlock more energy, right? Because 6 ether genetics still deal with carbon. It's just dealing with, I believe, animal genetics. But it also deals with carbon, period. It's dealing with the air. I mean, it's just when you understand, shit not funny, but when you understand like chemical compounds and shit, and like chemical reactions, cause and effect, pros, cons, not more on one side than other, in the middle. It's just like when you taught a running back and forth, monkey in the middle, just sit in the middle. So, or just go to the right or something. Man, I know these motherfuckers are here, bro. Then they gonna say we're like aliens. Like, it's so much shit that's tied with these clouds, bro. Like, these shits can make you hallucinate, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's like cocaine or like fentanyl. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. It creates epoxy resin dust. But that dust has a magnetic charge. Why? Because it was formulated that way, perfectly plotted. Alright, I'm not giving these niggas no credit. Fucking genius. Like, well, fuck them, bro. Like, that ass, like, you're interrupting a cycle that's not yours, but you need a home. It don't make no sense. If you have to manipulate an area that you were allowed to come to be your home, you came to my home. You came to my home, bro. You ain't even taking care of this shit. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? These niggas really came to my home and fucking with my air. Like, fucking with my people. Fucking with me. Like, this is how y'all do. This is really how y'all do. That's cool. Stay smooth. It really ain't smooth, clever no more. It's all coming down to an end. All this shit you trying to hide. There's about to be a frequency set on this planet from above, this ground, and below. It ain't about to come from y'all that's fucking with us. It's gonna come from one of us. Somebody that believes. The brain that you connect to at the core, and its body and its air and its water and its fire. And its body. Kai. Feel I'm going. Just like you have your elemental beings inside of you. This planet is dealing with the music frequency of input and output. It's outside of you, but it's still you. It's like beta energy type shit. Because it's real, bro. Like, it's outside of you, but it's still you. So in the heart space, what would you do if you could connect? That spinal fluid that you release through semen. It's gonna come in handy. I'll say, just don't be wasting your shit. Like, you feel me? We got, I'm just saying, we going until July. Told y'all about June. Really April. Yeah. I'm back on this shit though. I'm just a little rambling talking right now. But like, July deals with a gate too. But the gate, as from its name, like July and January deals with a gate name. archways and gateways and shit, right? But that's because of the gates that's in those months. They all like lion gates portals, but they all got different symbolism. And I need to break that down a little bit more as itself. Because it's talking about the beast dealing with carbon when these gates open up because it's dealing with a quiet solar system with Sirius. Because that gate is a portal. And then, like Sirius is a portal. And then whatever, like Sirius A, B, C, and X, right? The C and X, those are actually the planets, or what you call suns. White dwarf, big white dwarfs. I be feeling like they gotta be like a different name for those. It's like, how is that supposed to be running out of life when that bitch go white? If anything, wouldn't it be Nemesis? Cause like, I mean, they say the white dwarf, that's like right at his last stage type shit, and then it goes into so I think a red giant turns into a white dwarf. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think a red giant turns into a white dwarf. So, but it's just, now that I'm thinking about it, like, this shit don't make no sense. Like, Nemesis looked like it would blow before fucking, before, what, like the sun. That's how you know that's just some whole other shit going on right now. Dealing with that sun. It be looking just like the camera. Like a light. Like, I remember seeing my higher self on like some like That's So Raven shit. And he was looking down. I was looking down in my hand. I was huge. And I was looking down in my hand, but my hand was like a damn iPhone screen. And as it looking down, it was like coming back to me type of shit. This shit was dope. But yeah, bro. I feel like between Justice League, they got this show. Oh yeah, Indiana Jones, all them shits. Austin Powers, all them shits. They got some new shit with Samuel L. Jackson. It's on Disney. The show every episode's on Wednesday or something. I just watched like 2 of them early. Them jokes actually is telling you what's going on with these reptilians on this planet. But at the same time, it's like you gotta use your own discernment. Like, meaning like go back over something sometimes. Don't just think it's right the first time. Unless you have to like really go with it, or unless you just know for sure. Feel me? Like, you might be surprised what you see. Like when you're looking at it with your third eye open. Feel me? But yeah, I've been fucking traveling all night. Got stuck on the side of the highway. Some weird shit happened with the electrical lines. Fucking, I don't know why I hopped on, but no. So I wanted to talk about the little landing. Then I thought about it. I was like, no, they're gonna delete that shit. So I gotta say it about it. So like, I hope you have a wonderful day. Tired of these shitty ass clouds. I don't know if they did this back in the day, like in native times, but when you look at the clouds, what's that showing on my phone? Because it's just clouds up there, but I don't think it is. Some other shit. But look, um, I don't know if they did this when it came to like the clouds, like with the Native Americans and shit. But like when you look at the clouds, bro, sometimes they look like the sea, like waves, right? And sometimes it look blurry because it be holding so much plasma in that shit when they be blocking it, and it be making you can see the waves low key, right? Like the energy is still there in these ions, but these ions is made to destroy your cells pretty much because it's glue, sticks like glue, because it's epoxy dust, which ties to glue and paint and shit, which makes me think it operates like cocaine while the sun operates like uh, cannabis. Because cannabis is a reproduction herb. It's a chakra herb, actually. That's why it's actually a spiritual herb, because it's a chakra herb. But it ties to what you don't need to have attached to your chakras. So when you smoke it, you actually go to a higher consciousness because it's actually duplicating your cells to go to a higher consciousness. But it's going off your mental and your physical because that affects you spiritually. For me, it helps you see it, like, for me, your spiritual side. It helps you stay in tune to your spiritual side. It helps you stay in tune to self. And if it helped mentally and physically to stay in tune with self, then that's just a natural thing you need to be doing. Nothing else. And that becomes a battle when you're surrounded by shit that doesn't have nothing to do with what you need to be doing. Right? Spiritual warfare. But we're gonna win, we're gonna prevail. Just never give up. Understand what we're in right now. What you have to deal with. It is what it is. And shit to be sad about. Be glad about it. Be glad about the situation you're in. Not saying like it could be a bad situation, but I'm just saying like see yourself in a better situation as you're in that situation, so it doesn't like bring you down. For me, because you need to keep that energy up so your intuition flows, because that's going to give you the kick you need to do what you want to do to succeed. But a lot of time, riches doesn't bring happiness, and sometimes I mean, like, you be rich and feel the same way as a poor person. A poor person can be poor and feel the same way as a rich person behind closed doors. From like, everybody needs somebody they can trust these days. Everybody trust issues fucked up. Like, that's really what's stopping what you call love, the connection, because of trust. Niggas don't even trust themselves. Like, especially when they're trying to do something they ain't never seen or heard before. That's why I love The Matrix. This is a perfect example of how it is. You can even go in the cosmos like that. That's how I was. Like, fuck, man. Like, you just try me. Like, energy. But I wasn't even on that. chosen out of purity, I guess. Just knowing I could have did a lot of shit, I chose a different route. And that made me see things at a different spectrum. So one side brought light, one side brought darkness. But darkness brought light, and light brought darkness. So then I started realizing that's just the pros and cons to shit. It's duality. That's why it ain't no point to feed into these worldly emotions that they gave to you to feel some type of way about it, because what the fuck is that gonna do for you? Nothing but get in the way of the flow. You gotta stay at flow of things. Funny. You gotta stay at flow of things. Cause that's the wave. What wave you wanna be on? I'm trying to stay on camera. There's some higher jumps. There's some higher jumps. You feel me? But mainly, 72 dealt with year 27. And also, you should have tied to. I gotta get back on where we at with the dates, cause this shit not really right anyways. So, we gonna see what's up. Peace to y'all. Y'all be safe. Wow.